Hello guys, I'm Martin and Marion. Welcome to the Metal Galaxy, and thank you so much for inviting us to see your gig at the Grand Social, as it's our first time connecting and we will see you for the first time as well performing. Can you introduce yourself to our channel, please?
Yes, of course. So I'm Martin. I am the composer and the lead guitar player in the band. I founded in 2014 as a solo project, and then this solo project became a full band when I hired Marion.
I am the singer and the rhythm guitarist of the band, and also writing lyrics.
Nice. Can you tell us how this project came to be a full-time band and how the whole lineup came to be?
Yes, exactly. So, as I said, in 2014, I founded a solo project because I wanted to write music and to release some music myself. It was instrumental music, and 1 year after that, so in 2015, I wanted to give shows with this project, and to be able to give shows, I needed to hire musicians. So I looked for musicians, and I hired 3 persons at this moment. So Marion.
Nice. So Marion, can you expand on it? How you joined the band?
Martin gave an interview in a webzine, and he was saying that whole band. So I listened to the music and I loved it. So I just sent him a demo with my voice, and that's how I joined the band. I was also playing guitar, so I asked if I could do the vocals and the rhythm guitar, and it was okay. So that's the story.
For me, what brought me really to Aephanemer, I know you're symphonic dead, but I feel there's a little bit folk, French heritage. So for me, is this for you, Marion? What draw you to the?
It's the melodic parts. I was really into melodic death metal. I am now, of course, since then. I really loved melodic death metal. That was the music I wanted to play. I had a band at the time playing that style of music. Yeah, I listened to the music and I really loved it because melodic death metal, and I loved the genre. But also it was really, really melodic, and that was what I really loved from the music, the melodic parts, because it is melodic death metal.
Yes,
really melodic.
Speaking about melodic, let's discuss this great. Tell for yourself, what is symphonic death metal for you, and how do you create a new genre, like to say?
I will say that actually when we try to describe our music, we tend to use the term symphonic melodic death metal, because there are many bands who are playing symphonic death metal, like Flesh God Apocalypse, and typically in these bands we have very strong orchestrations and also a big death metal part, but not a lot of guitar leads, which is an important characteristic of melodic death metal. And at first we were a melodic death metal band, so we had orchestrations, but not that much. And we increased them over time. So I think because our melodies in Aephanemer are mainly played by the guitars.
It's an interesting one.
Less riff and more lead guitar and harmonized guitars.
Nice. And let's go back to you being here at the Grand Social. If I'm not mistaken, it's your first time here in Ireland doing, I think, Brit UK as well, playing your new album, A Dream of a Wild Nurse. So there are a lot of firsts. So how does it feel to travel and play your album that was made ago?
Well, first, I think it's amazing to be able to tour the UK, because before this show.
In Ireland.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not many come here.
Because before this tour, we only played one time, so once in the UK, and it was 5 years ago. And we wanted to be able to play in the UK and Ireland for a very long time. And so we managed to book this tour, and we're very, very happy to be able to play here, of course, in Dublin, but also in Birmingham and London. And we basically we only played once in Fest 5 years ago, so it's really great.
Yeah, we were only playing one date in Ireland, in Dublin. So we are just taking the boat to come here. And
yeah, I know, and that's the problem, that bands don't come here.
Yeah,
so
and tomorrow we are returning to the UK. So it's really quick, but we absolutely would like to come to Ireland, even just for one show. So we are really happy to be there.
Amazing, and it's a great band, and we are happy to have you here on Irish Soul and doing this interview, as it's something new, something else to be heard of. And as you said, less guitar leads, you just make your own symphonic genre, so something you
You're well organized.
Thank you so much. So let's do something random. What would you do if you would be invisible?
That's a good question. I think I will observe people, not in a creepy way, but just not in a creepy way, but just observe like crowds and sit somewhere in public, like just on somewhere in public, and just observe people without
Being there.
Yeah, without looking creepy, because people don't know that I'm there, and I'm able to just see people behave normally and what they do, and how are they interacting with each other, and this kind of thing. Not very interesting maybe, but that's what
I think it's interesting, and it would be interesting, I would say, to if we connect it to Aephanemer, you can see how people react to music, what they do with music. I think it would create a new layer of Aephanemer.
Exactly.
So, Marion, can you?
I think I will listen to what people say about us when we are not here. Would be interesting.
Yeah, so,
I don't know.
So maybe tomorrow your ghost will be hanging here and seeing what everyone said about it. So watch out for Marion under the place. Nice. So let's go back to Aephanemer. From what I read, your album was done by Dan Swanö, an underground multi-instrumentalist, and there was as well Mike Jussila. Thus, I wonder, how did they help to enhance your music, lift it up, and give you also new ideas?
Well, both Dan Swanö and Mika Jussila are extremely famous because they are extremely skilled in what they do. Dan Swanö for the mixing part and Mika Jussila for the mastering part. And I think that we contacted them and we kind of chose them, we asked them to work with us, because in the past they worked with bands which were among our big influence. For example, Dan Swanö worked with Insomnium, and he mixed their album Winter's Gate, which is excellent. Mika Jussila worked with many Finnish bands, so Nightwish and Bottom. I think that our sound, when we try to create our own sound and build our own identity, we merge different influences, and this is our way of doing that. To, of course, in our music, in our compositions, try to merge our influences, but also in the production part, with people who really know and are able to understand which kind of sound we have in our mind, because they already did it.
Super interesting. So for you?
I have to answer.
Well, if you have something to add, what Martin just said.
Yeah, the question was
about
what they
for you personally. What would you say added to the album when these two guys mixed and mastered the album?
Yeah. What I can say is that there are two people that are very easy to work with. So it was awesome to ask questions and to ask them how to enhance the sound, how to enhance this or this part, and it was really really great to have their feedbacks because they are very experienced, very much.
So, what did you learn then from them that you are going to take next album? Let's put it this way now.
A lot of things, mainly regarding the production, of course, but different ways to record vocals, for example.
Yeah, we learned how to merge some the vocal parts and all. So it was very interesting how to merge the different parts, the symphonic instrumentation and with the guitar lead parts. I mean, so it's detailed. I mean, but it's really important. And when you are a young band, you don't know more. You don't know many things about how to mix, and so it's really great to have people that much experienced to give us feedback. But it's like on the small things. I mean, it's difficult to.
I think what the best would be if you look at your oldest albums to the newest one. I think you will see a musical transition.
That's the objective, and of course, every time we produce a new album, we try to get closer to this sound we have in mind. But it's very complicated to create because it's very blurry at first, and it gets more and more precise with each album.
Yeah, you have to test things album by album, and sometimes some things are right, they work, so we keep them, and other things are not quite good, and so we change them. It's a process.
It's a natural process.
Yeah, but I mean, in our first album, we were not happy with everything because we were really inexperienced, and we were not working with Mika, Jussila, and Swanö at the time. So we changed something, and for the second, and other things for the third.
Yeah, nice. And
step by step.
Yeah, it's natural, and I agree with you. Like, you see how your band grow. And The Dream of Wilderness is a very interesting album because there's an interesting concept as well. There is, I think, a pig, something like a pig, and there are bright colors and so on. So I wonder, how did the music impact and all the events that were happening at the time to create this artwork and create basically Dream of a Wilderness?
It's a complicated question because
we love them.
Thank you.
When we write an album, of course we put a part of our current life in the album, and we wrote A Dream of Wilderness in 2012. So it was in the pandemic with the COVID and all this, and I think there is possible to hear that this album is a bit darker than the music we released before. And I think it's partly because of that. And of course, I love this album. I'm really glad of what
it's a great one.
And I think it's very interesting for us, like for every band, to try to listen the specific difference in between the albums and to try to understand what was happening in the writer's life at this moment, and sometimes it explains a lot.
Yeah.
But you talk also about the artwork, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
that was a good one, Martin. So I was interested at the musical part. So now we have the artwork part.
Okay, I can take
Marion
the artwork. So for our albums, we work with Niklas Sundin. You know him from Dark Tranquility. He was the guitarist.
Yeah, the name says something. Yeah.
And he also makes many artworks for many bands. And more and more these years, more and more bands. So he's really talented. We work with him from the first EP.
He built our entire visual identity. He created even our logo.
And how we work with him is that we send him a mail with the explanations of what is the theme of the album, and we give him some ideas. So for this album, the idea was to have an animal on the cover, because a dream of wilderness, the nature, and also like an animal to what's the word? Embody. Thank you. To embody nature. So we propose a board, but like a mythological board.
Yeah.
And so
like mythological.
So he came with this artwork, and we loved it. So very colored and all. It was perfect for us.
And you told it was an animal, so it was a concept about nature. So what drove you to write about nature? And
it's the album. It's not really about nature, but in fact, the theme of the album is more like a philosophical theme. I mean, it's about ethics. It's about reflecting on the consequences of our actions. So it's also from an ecological point of view. I mean, so that's why A Dream of Wilderness.
Nice. Martin, anything to add to this?
That was a perfect answer.
Perfect, I don't know, but it was an answer.
So let's go to the last final question. What I found very interesting in your bio, I read that you toured with Alestorm in Canada in 2019. And when you look at the two bands, they're totally different. Like Alestorm is a big drinking party, having fun, whereas you are...
We don't party.
Exactly. So how come you toured together, and how did these different crowds work together nicely?
How do you know we don't party?
We don't look like people who party.
But we don't
I
party.
mean, the music is different, like the type of how you make music, everything. So.
But it's really like that. We are really quiet people, in fact. So totally different.
Right.
You're right.
So opposites attract.
I was just joking with you.
It was very simple, actually. Their booking agent, at this time heard about us and liked our music. And just when he discovered us, Alestorm were planning a Canadian tour, and they were supposed to tour with another band who had to cancel. So this booking agent asked us if we will be interested to work with him. We said yes, and he sent our music to Alestorm,
and they asked us to join the tour.
Nice. And how was the crowd engagement? Did you get any new crowd fans?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you got the party animals.
The music is really different, but this is very melodic music in both cases. So and it worked. We were really afraid because we didn't know how the audience will react.
That was my first reaction as well.
We were really afraid of that. But the audience was really engaged with us. They liked our music, and in fact, we gained a lot of fans in Canada from that tour. So it's amazing.
So you might be back.
Yeah, we can't go right now because it's difficult to plan a tour in North America.
Nice.
And for now, we are focusing on Europe. But we will be back eventually. Someday because it was really great. We gained many fans, and the people are really great in Canada.
Alestorm fans are very chill and very not
they are not elitist. I mean,
I know them a bit.
They like the music. They like the music, and
they've now a whole duck. Like I saw them at Alcatraz 2023, so 2 weeks ago, and they had a big blow-up duck, and I was like, amazing. This is like one party.
There is an inflation of ducks.
Maybe the next album of Aephanemer will be a duck as
I don't think
memory.
so, but who knows?
Maybe. So with this we are rounding up the interview. Thank you so much, Martin and Marion, for chatting here at the Grand Social for your gig. We wish you all the best. And for the viewers, thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. And keep an eye out on the review, on the coverage, as we will have some more content. So subscribe to be there when we release everything. And see you. Bye.
Thank you, Agnieszka, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.